name's Ross, and I've had an honour bestowed on me by Paul's loving and beautiful spouse, Jackie, to say a few words about... to say a few words about my friend Paul, the man of the hour here tonight. And we have Paul Fabian Ransom. Now how many of you here knew Paul's middle name was Fabian, yeah? No. Well, you all do now. Now I always felt that this name sat well with Paul's warm, professional and aristocratic demeanour. But to us in my family, we always refer to Paul as Uncle Paul, as he has indeed been a wonderful family friend to us, and as true an uncle as my children could have wished for, Paulie. But I have had the pleasure to have known Paul for over 30 years. That's a long time. Not that knowing you's a long time, Paul, but you might think, where have all the years gone? Well, for Paul, they've been gobbled up in the bustle of family life, raising children, restoring and reconstructing 2 houses, that is 2, being Australia's greatest husband, gaining qualifications and career success the hard way, which doesn't mean that that was bad, but it means that Paulie kept at it, and standing by his family in difficult times, which is just Paul. Ultimately, arriving at where we are here today, you've been nothing, Paul, if not single-minded in your determination to achieve and enjoy life successes, and we're here today with old friends and new, family, nieces, nephews who are now adults, they've all grown up, to toast and royally roast you, Uncle Paul. But I can say this seriously, Paul, you are at the peak of your powers and achievements here tonight, and we're all here to celebrate them with you.
Does Jackie second that?
Standing next to you here, your wonderful wife, Jackie. Now, you always knew, Paul, that Jackie was the one for you. Your true love. You didn't know now. Even though it took some time and persuasion to convince Jackie of that.
There's 4 pages there.
Then came your next great challenge. I remember. Paul, said Jackie, I'm a liberated career woman, so don't expect me to bear any children. Well, Paul loves a challenge. and not just once, but twice. Paul's aristocratic charms, his powers of persuasion, and his formidable performance in the boudoir were ultimately triumphant. Because as here we see today, your greatest achievements, Paul, your wonderful, well, not always wonderful, but most of the time wonderful, loving, devoted children, David and Lisa, here beaming with pride to be here tonight with their dad. Now I might be spinning a little bit of bullshit here. Now, I want to say this. I have seen it firsthand, Paul. You've been a fantastic dad. Not always the coolest dad. But then being a good dad and being a cool dad is, as I know, not always an easy task. But Paul, you're a mighty fantastic dad, and I know that we all agree on that tonight here. And here as we stand in this incredible home, a product of all your skills, knowledge and much hard labour to celebrate this grand occasion, Paul, you've achieved 50 years of age. Congratulations. all take a moment's silence, Paul. Breathe the air. Savour the moment. Because, mate, it's all downhill from here. But there's still much to do, Paul. There's still much to do, and there's still a bit of speech to go, I'm sorry. You know not the meaning of idle, Paul. You know that when you stride onto the golf course, Paul, the snakes all retreat down their holes in terror. For fear that a full-blooded Paul Ransom drive may go down the wrong fairway at 50 millimetres mean altitude, could signal their untimely demise. And of course, I cannot pass without mentioning Paul's high moral standards. You'll love this, Paul. Do you remember that day in Warrnambool on the beach in 1982 when one of our then clan, Melina, some of you will remember Melina, had decided to display her liberationalism or liberalism, whichever way you may prefer, by going topless. That was a big thing in our day. Well, Paul wasn't going to put up with any of that. And he promptly had a few choice words to say, while the rest of us just looked on mute. Deeply ashamed at our lack of action and trying hard to control our eyeballs. Thank you, Paul. You showed us the way. And of course, Paul, your influence and effect on others' lives has been huge. And I did not escape, because it was on a Paul Ransom organised and led 1982 hiking trip in Powtown that I became entranced by a marauding female and ended up trapped in the eternal bondage of marriage to my wife, Janine. Thank you again, Paul. And did you know that I harbour a secret ambition, a great challenge, to one day defeat you again at chess? Did I ever beat you at chess? Yeah. Thank you. Because I can't remember, it's been so long. But Paul, yes, you are at home in the pressure of competition. Your great skills, your planning, your careful manipulation of the opposition, your forethought, and more forethought, and more make you one of the most formidable opponents that I have ever faced, whether it be in chess, or on the croquet lawn, or over a game of Cluedo. And by golly, I'll tell you all, if you get a win over Paul Ransom, you bloody well know you've earned it, I can tell you. But I would warn you all, don't ever play Monopoly with Paul. He's fair dinkum gross horns, I can tell you. So, Paul, I've here taken the opportunity to take the willy out of you a bit tonight, but I know you don't mind. Some say you can sometimes be a pain in the neck, but there are many people that say that about me too. But by golly, Paul, you're a special, unique individual. I would not change you a bit. You're my great mate and I love you. And on behalf of all of us here, I want to say happy 50th birthday, Uncle Paul, and many more of them to come.
Yeah, Paul! Yeah.
I'm going to keep my speech short. Well, look, it's just a pleasure having you all here. And there's a few home truths and some of those things Ross has said. A few stretches to the imagination of others, but look, it's just a pleasure having you all here. And what I've come to learn over the years is what really I cherish more now in life is friendships and health. And I just wish that all of us have the opportunity to have good friendships and good health, because that's what counts in life. And just to finish off to stop any rumours going around, yes, he was right about Jackie. I had to go 2 times to convince her. and when I first met her, the conditions were no kids, change the mind on that too?
It was the boudoir.
Well, thanks to everyone for coming. And I just want to say something here, and that is that it's a real pleasure seeing you all here, because there's a lot of people here from different groups. There's friends here that you would have met through my youth group days, being at the church, and that explains the issue on the beach. Family friends, extended family, work friends, friends from primary school days, and friends from trade. So thank you all for your assistance and help and friendships over the year. Thanks, enjoy. Oh, and I should say special thanks to Jackie.
Just should have grabbed it.